Well, before we start, take a look at this. So you have there from left to right, Beth, Jody, and Kelly.
Bama Hatnett.
A Bama group in Arizona.
Wow.
I met Beth in Spokane this last weekend. And Jody, the one in the middle, is apparently an ABAM listener.
What?
So shout out to
one
Jody.
of the dozen.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jody.
So that was crazy enough, right?
Right.
And then a second person came up to me in Spokane and said, "Hey, I listened to your other podcast. I'm one of the 12.
One of our 12 disciples.
I think I need to update the numbers because it might be
14.
It might be like, yeah.
Oh.
Soul crushingly. I cannot remember the name of the second person who came up and talked to me.
That is
because
soul
there
crushing.
were too many people and too many things going on. And like I was talking to this person and then somebody's like, "Hey, I need the Venmo code so I can buy Marty's book." And I'm like, And then it just got all jumbled up and I didn't capture it. So if you were that other person I met in Spokane.
If you are listener number 14, please reach out to us.
Yes, please. abamepodcast@gmail.com. Please remind me. I'm so sorry I forgot your name.
We need to know you.
I was honored to meet you. And, you live in the area. Maybe we could actually get together sometime.
Let's grab coffee.
Yeah. So anyway.
Wow. Amazing. What a time to be alive.
Fun times. They both had glowing things to say about you and our dynamic, they said. But
that's so nice.
I think it's all credit to you on that.
Is it?
I don't know. I don't know. Welcome back to Adventures with Bam. I'm Brent Billings.
And I'm Maggie Billings.
And this episode has us considering the nature of addiction and what might have a hold on us.
This sounds a lot heavier than I think it's going to be.
Doesn't have to be heavy.
I mean...
You like to say that I'm addicted to Bing, which is my energy drink of choice.
I like to tell the truth. So...
And I think if I'm addicted to that, you're addicted to ice cream.
I don't think that's the same. Here, okay. Walk us through your Bing addiction, Brent. And we'll compare and contrast
Here's the
notes.
dictionary definition of addicted.
Oh, baby.
Physically and mentally dependent on a particular substance and unable to stop taking it without incurring adverse effects. Informally, it means enthusiastically devoted to a particular thing or activity. For example, he's addicted to computers.
That's a real thing, though.
But also, like, whatever.
He's addicted to sunshine. I think that's a better.
Maybe.
It's addicted to baseball.
So anyway, I drink caffeine in the form of a particular energy drink.
Never been a coffee drinker, never been a tea drinker. For our people who are like, why don't you just drink coffee? He's not into it.
Don't like coffee. The smell of coffee is generally nice, but never have enjoyed the taste of it. Tea is kind of like, it's okay. Like if there was literally nothing else and I just needed caffeine, then maybe I would do it. But like, I don't do that.
Yeah.
So
tea is also not meant to be consumed for energy, I feel like. Tea is something that you like sit and chill and savor.
Yeah. But there's different levels of caffeine.
Yeah, no, for sure. I used to drink a pot of black tea a day. And I don't anymore.
It's crazy to think about.
Yeah, it was not good for me. My system was not happy. I was having like the shakes all day.
So anyway, this is 120 milligrams caffeine per can. I usually have 2 a day at this point.
How did you get here? Because you didn't always drink caffeine. We used to be the couple that just woke up and drank water and thought we were better than everybody else for it.
I mean, we're still mostly better than everybody else.
I don't think you can say that.
Anyway.
Am I better than everyone?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just looking for something that was like, it's like, well, if I need caffeine for some reason, like, how am I going to do that? And for a while, like this, I think it mostly started at weddings where Luenga and I would drink 5-hour energies, which
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I think it's a similar amount of caffeine. I can't remember how much are in those things. They don't taste good.
They're little bitty.
Yeah, they're little
like
bitty. They don't taste good at all. So thankfully, they're only a shot worth. Like,
sure,
we're doing that, and then I would just occasionally try stuff here and there. Like there was the thing at the co-op. It's like a purple can, and it's okay, but not great. And so I was just always looking around, and then eventually I found this Bing drink, which was pretty low in sugar, and it was real sugar. Half of the sugar came from the cherry juice. I love cherry everything.
Everything?
I mean, name a cherry thing.
Suckers.
I mean, I don't really.
Cough drops.
Yeah, absolutely. Cherry cough drops every time I need cough drops.
Ugh, they don't even. Huh. Okay. I feel like medicinal cherry is its own form of cherry.
I love eating cherries. I love, like, whether they're Bing cherries or Rainier cherries or maraschino cherries. Like, I will eat all the cherries, cherry pie.
Okay.
Whatever. Like, I love cherries. So found this drink. Actually tastes good. Doesn't have, unlike every other energy drink I've ever tried, does not have the nasty energy drink aftertaste.
Sure.
And has caffeine. So it's great. I'm actually thankful that they don't have a non-caffeine version of it, because I think we'd be in financial ruin.
Oh, because you'd just be drinking them for fun?
I love cherry. Love cherry. So the caffeine part of it is actually a good thing, because when I need the caffeine, I've got it. And when I don't need caffeine or shouldn't have caffeine, then I'm not drinking anything that costs us a ton of money. Although it would be delusional to think the water doesn't cost us money, because we spend a ton of money on water filters and other stuff like that. So
true that. Moscow life.
Ugh. Anyway, so when Darius was born, I was having them more regularly. And then when Torrin was born, I had even more.
Because you're not sleeping great.
Right. Yeah. I needed the caffeine more than usual. And I have backed off since the peak of Torrin's sleeplessness.
How much have you backed off, though?
I was regularly drinking 3 cans a day.
Okay.
Every single day. And now I'm drinking 2 a day.
But Torrin's
sometimes
4.
1.
Like we're pretty far past his peak. Like he's been sleeping through the night for 3 years.
Sure.
I think that's I would expect that to continue to wean off. And I feel like you weaned off a little bit and then you're just holding steady for the last 3 years.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you noticed, but I haven't really had a lot of extra free time. Got a few extra things going on. Some things that we haven't talked about on this podcast yet. Some things have sort of mostly resolved, but are still unresolved.
Have they?
Other things are very much unresolved and very much on the front burner. And it's like we only have 2 front burners, but somehow we're trying to cook like 5 things.
6. Yeah.
What? Yeah. So anyway, yes, I do not get enough sleep currently still.
But you're getting, no. I would say I'm not you. I do not know what it feels like to be you. I feel like you're getting, as far as number of hours of sleep, you're getting what you've always said you needed. I would say your circadian rhythm is jacked because you're going to bed in the wee hours of morning and then sleeping in until, 10 a.m. But I feel like numbers wise, you're getting enough sleep. I
mean, I'm averaging like 6.5 to 7. And that's usually like a couple of longer nights of sleep, averaged out with several much shorter nights of sleep.
Do you think when those big things get settled, though, do you think your sleep, are you actually going to get more sleep?
I don't know.
Or are you just going to take on extra things?
I don't know.
My hope is for you that when life is a bit kinder and less chaotic to us, hopefully in the next 3 to 6 months, that your physical health and well-being and rest will become a key feature of your life.
I mean, that's the plan.
Yeah.
Anyway, I need the caffeine. Like, there's no denying that.
Mm-hmm.
I depend on caffeine at this point. However, I would say that I'm not addicted, because when I do things like go to Israel or Turkey for 2 weeks, I don't have it over there. There's no Bing outside of the United States of America. So I don't have any caffeine. I am more tired. I wake up, we go out for the day, we do our tour, we come back to the hotel, I eat dinner, and then I basically go straight to bed because I'm so tired. It just forces me to get more sleep.
Sure.
But I don't have any adverse effects. I have no withdrawal symptoms.
So then do you actually need it? If you can function without it.
I can function without it on more sleep than I'm getting.
You mean like your day-to-day life at home creates necessity versus when you're traveling.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I don't think I'm addicted. And maybe some addiction expert can argue with me on that. But I do not have any withdrawal symptoms. I know lots of people who drink lots of caffeine for whatever reason,
Mhm.
and then they stop and they have crazy headaches or whatever else.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't have any of that.
Okay.
So I don't think it's an actual addiction.
Okay.
I absolutely love the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You could call it a vice, maybe.
Okay.
You could call it...
A dependency, perhaps.
I'm dependent on caffeine for sure.
Yeah.
But it's not Bing.
Okay.
Have I convinced you? Because if I'm addicted to Bing, then you're addicted to ice cream.
So here's the difference. Here's the difference between the two of us. I don't wake up every morning and need ice cream to function.
How many times a week do you have ice cream?
Well,
how many times in the last week have you had ice cream?
No. This depends, because here's for our listeners. One of our sacred routines. We have very few. I feel like we've gone on 2 dates maybe the last 6 to 8 months. But every Friday night we get ice cream and watch a movie. That is our Friday night routine. I work, I come home, we hang out, we eat dinner as a family, put the boys to bed, and then it's Brent and Maggie ice cream and movie night. That is sacred to me. And typically we get pints. Brent is always Ben & Jerry's dairy-free Cherry Garcia. I have my favorite Ben & Jerry's, but I also have a couple of Tillamook flavors that I really love. And we get the little pints. It's perfect. I eat a whole pint because I can and want to. But Brent he will randomly be like, oh, Tillamook, the gallon size is on sale at Safeway.
I
don't know why you sound like this. You don't sound like a British witch.
The price per ounce or whatever it's measured by is just astoundingly less when you buy the large amount.
But if you have it in the house,
Go on.
I'm going to probably eat it. It's just, and I don't have to. And it's not like I have to eat this all until it's gone. But it's similarly, we got a lot going on. Our poor listeners, I feel like we keep telling them there's so much. It's so crazy, you guys. You wouldn't believe it. Someday we'll tell you. But we I don't know. I feel bad that we're hinting at there being more going on without actually telling them. And it just feels a little unfair. But there is a lot. It's been a really tough, almost 2 years at this point. I feel like we have flowed into one really tough situation right into the next. And the first one, like Brent said, kind of got resolved, but also not. We're still dealing with the fallout of it. And it's literally right in our face every single day. So it's not our family. Our family's fine. We're yay. We all love each other. Everything's great. But that
didn't sound convincing, but it's true. It's true.
It is true. But there are humans in very tight proximity to us. That's been tough. So that's an ever-present, in our face, hard to escape situation that has caused a lot of stress and taken years off of my life. And it has flowed into a whole nother situation with, I think we've briefly mentioned, we have a rental property in a different state. It's a whole big nightmare. So those two situations have been significantly stressful consistently for the last couple of years. It's been very hard and just constant. I mean, as soon as you think it's going to be over, sorry, I'm ranting, but sometimes the world feels like it is against me, and my interactions with the difficult people in close proximity, and then my phone interactions with people in the other state as far as the rental property, it's all just a nightmare. And then I remember, hey, you know what's not a nightmare? Ice cream. And it's downstairs. And after a hard day of everybody being jerks to me and Torrin pooping his pants while he's still in the bathroom washing his hands, sometimes I just need a cup of ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need it to survive, and I don't have withdrawals without it. But my enjoyment, it's a great little perk. It's something to look forward to at the end of a very difficult day. And it's a little pick-me-up. My mood is a little bit better afterward. And sometimes it's just nice to have control over something and to want something pleasant and to get something pleasant instead of wanting something pleasant and waiting for 6 to 8 business months for it to come to pass.
All right. Well, that settles it. We're not addicted.
We're not addicted. We don't have any issues.
Next episode.